So, moving on with what we were doing, I have taken the liberty of doing the front area before going into the exhibit, because of course we've already went through all this stuff. You know what I mean? You don't want to see me doing all this again. You know, the planters, the trees. You know, we've already gone through it. You don't need to see it again. So, I have done away with doing that behind the scenes, and of course I have finished the little blockade here, so it does look a little more natural, like a little valley, some trees on the top. So from the guest perspective, let's see if we can get down here. It looks rather natural, barely any view of the electric fence whatsoever. But of course from here you can see it, but it don't really matter because they're not going to see it anyway. Where was I? I was going to finish up here, of course. It does look a little barren. So we're just going to add in some trees. No, not trees. We already have trees. Just some boulders, you know, just like right here under the waterfall. Give it that nature-like illusion. That how it is not man-made. And that should probably do it. Maybe a few here. That's as good as it'll get, at least for now, because of our limited space. Now then, on to the good stuff. Now I have made it completely barren so we can start fresh. So of course it's not going to look like this. We're going to add some hills, maybe a waterfall, so of course to hide the electric fence just a little bit more. So of course we are going to add in a grand view. So of course, you know, it's the frontier. They gotta look at something besides the bears. Even though they came here to pay for the bears. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make a small cliff here. Let's go ahead and turn on the grid here. Wrong button. There we go. And back to here. So, while I'm working on this, thanks to all your comments, so I will now be going back to the old ways and making this live feed rather than, well, not really live feed, but you know, play as I go and say as I play sort of thing. But maybe occasionally I will go for the, how you say, possibly the time-lapse videos every now and then, depending on what I'm doing. So, the people who do like that, it is not entirely gone. It's just on the wayside until something comes up that it is necessary for it. So anyway, back to what we were building. We are going to build a waterfall here, maybe a two-tiered waterfall, so we should make it slightly bigger than this. Something for, I don't know if the animals do swim, but you know, doing research and looking at some grizzly bear exhibits, habitats, whatnot, which of course, again, is a good idea to do if you do decide on making your own theme park in any sort of program, possibly the new theme park studio. I really don't know if it's out yet. I have not been keeping up because of, you know, lack of internet for the past few weeks. So I will have to check up on that eventually. And then once I'm done with this park, hopefully I will move on to that bigger and better program. Hopefully this will be tall enough. I don't know exactly how tall a waterfall has to be in order to work. So we're just gonna go ahead and wing it. We do a lot of winging here. A few experiments just to see if they work. So let's go ahead and turn off that grid. That blue is very annoying. Alright, water, water, and hopefully waterfall. Oh yeah, that works. Beautiful. You know what? Let's just leave it as is like that. And then maybe... Huh. You know what? Actually, that doesn't give that much room for the guest to view, so we'll just make it one waterfall. If we make it too much, there will be barely any room for the bears to roam around in. So let's just go ahead and scrap this idea. Again, we're going to be getting a lot of scrapping ideas because, of course, I'm just going in there without a plan. Well, at least half a plan. I at least know how it's going to look. Or at least not how it's going to look, but how I want to make it. However, the final design is still in my head. Slowly transforming with every trial and error. So then, I think we can make it about 5 high. And let's see. Let's go ahead and make 3. Or actually just 2. Let's make it just a little bit shorter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it 10 to be safe. And I guess we could leave it like that. And then we'll go ahead and make the bottom of the river, or actually the lake. We're just going to make this a slightly small lake. Make it shallow enough for the bears. That's if they do swim. I honestly don't know. But of course, it's here just for aesthetics. Okay, let's go ahead and add a reference point so we know exactly where this river or this pool of water will be. There we go, and of course we need to lift the edges like we did in our last pool of water. There we go. Of course we need to fix these errors here and here. There we go. Well, wait, there's one last one here. And then, of course, fill it with water. If possible. Yeah, no, there we go. Okay. Of course, we have to make this look as natural as we can. Of course, we're just starting off with a blank slate here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then add the waterfall. That's fine. And then let's go ahead and start making this more random. Almost random. Of course, it's going to be slightly hidden from view because of all the trees, so it doesn't have to be that exact. Let's go ahead and make some shortcuts. Hold on. Before I do that, let's just go ahead and continue with the shaping of this natural looking waterfall cliffside thingy. Maybe something like that. Something here. And hopefully this doesn't screw it up. Yeah, it will screw it up, so I am divided. You know what? Yeah, forget it. Let's go ahead and do that first, now that we know at least it works. And then do this. Again, of course, it does look a little jagged and rough, but of course, that will kind of be obstructed by trees, plants, and whatnot. I mean, we have limited space here, so we have to work with what we can. And of course, no one's going to see the back, so all we're going to do is that. Like so. Very simple. Just the back. There we go. Okay, and of course, to mask this mountainous somewhat region, area, cliffside, whatever you want to call it. Of course, need to add some snow at the top, even though it isn't that high. Still gives it that nice illusion. And lastly, we need to do the sides. And of course, the waterfall. You know what? Yeah, let's, because that is really bugging me. Let's just go ahead and cover that up. Like so, like we did with the last one. And do it like so. Where is the small one? No, it's not working. Darn it. Curse you, limited grid. Ah, forget it. I'll let it slide for now. I'll probably put like something there to just obscure it. Okay. So then we missed a spot here. Now then, let's go ahead and add some rocks. Again, to make it look a little more natural. Just around the perimeter. Of course, just change it up a bit. And of course, to top it all off, let's go ahead and put in some bushes and trees. And again, we will try to do the forced perspective here, so we're going to go ahead and put some small Douglas firs at the top to make it look just a little bit taller. Perfect trick used in movies and theme parks alike to make things look somewhat bigger than they appear. And of course, medium sizes in the middle, and then large trees at the bottom. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and go with what we got. It doesn't look that bad, does it? Okay. Of course, we're just gonna go ahead and add a few more other trees and whatnot to go with the pine. On the other side. I wish there were more options to slightly make this habitat a little more welcoming for grizzly bears. Let's go ahead and smooth that out a bit. A somewhat hilly landscapes. that all out. Maybe just for the sake of doing something different. Let's go ahead and add a path to go from here. Something a little bit darker every so often, so it looks like the bears are moving around, making little dirt patches as they walk. You know, something rather than just grass. So just right from here to here, back to the other one. Adding every so often more dirt patches. And voila, fake path. Blends in quite nicely, if I do say so myself. What else can we put in here? Unfortunately, I have tested, we cannot put... Oh my god, they lied to me! Because I've been trying, I think it's this one. I think these are the things that, yep, we can't put any of that. However, due to an amazing discovery, we can now see what we can put here. Hopefully something... Oh, awesome! That will work perfectly. Rocks here and there, bigger rocks every so often. Makes it look like Yellowstone Park a little bit. Of course, sink it in just a little bit so they're not that big. Oh, and that will be perfect to blend in with the... Oh, yep, light bulb. Indeed. Perfect idea to blend in the rough edges here. Something like that. Oh, I just stumbled upon an amazing discovery. You are seeing it live, folks. I have discovered something that I have not yet known before. That's a little too big. So let's go ahead and sink it in a little bit. Maybe one on the other side here. Trees in the way. Yeah, that actually hides it fairly well. Thank you, Jurassic theming. Maybe we should put one in the back here as well. If it will fit. If only they can just mesh together like custom scenery. Unfortunately, we do not have that luxury. Genius! Oh, that does look quite splendid. See, doesn't it just work when you just go ahead and look for things and experiment here and there? It's discovery, science, etc. Of course, just gonna add a few more foliage here and there, just to make it look a little more natural. There, beautiful. Now then, I like those Jurassic rock stones. Let's go ahead and use a little bit more of that. Just not too much, maybe here and there. This looks a little more natural around this area. So on and so forth. Maybe one here. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it. So let's just go ahead and start putting in not a lot of trees, because of course we want the people to see the bears. So only just a few every so often. Of course, dense in the background here, and then light as it moves towards the viewing area. Okay. Missing some small yellow bushes here and there. the variances of trees and plants and whatnot. There we go. It looks as much as a natural habitat as you can make it in RCT3. I do say so myself. Now then, the whole reason why we built this is, of course, we need to add the bears. So, here they are. We're gonna have 4, so we're gonna have 1 male and 1 female on this side. And another male. And another female on this side. And of course we have to push play so that they can come out of their little boxes. And voila! Welcome to your new home, Grizzly Bears. You know, let's just go ahead and do something a little random and crazy here. If you guys want to go ahead and name it, I mean, just something for you guys to post in the comments, go ahead. We'll go ahead and rename any of these bears. Maybe I'll just name it after the person that had a good name. Who knows? We'll see. Adopt a grizzly bear while you're here. Let's see. We have hit the 20 minutes or 21 minute mark. Let's just go ahead and just put some finishing touches here on maybe some medium hollies here and there. And of course, let's go ahead and add some toys for the little guys to play with. Maybe a couple of ice block treats here. Let's see, what's this one for? Meat-eating aggressive animals to play with. Primitive animal on it for a meat-eating aggressive animal to play with. Not very durable. Maybe a couple rocks. An animal here and there. And let's see, does a tire would work? Yeah, that should be about enough for these little grizzly bears to play with. Finally, let's go ahead and open these up. Let's just call it Grizzly Valley. Grizzly Valley 1. Grizzly Valley 2. Open that up. Grizzly Valley 3. And finally, wait a minute. 1, 2. Oh, there we go. I thought I had 4. Never mind. Let's just make sure they're all open, except for that one that is not open. And there we have it, the full enclosure, nicely themed. Very little view of the electric fence, just as best as I could do it. And we have discovered a new way to use these Jurassic rocks. I mean, of course, in the map doesn't look very, let's see, there's like a little blip of prehistoric in there, but whatever, it works. I really don't mind about that. If it does mix and match, I mean, it does look good. And like I said, you can mix and match any of these theming sets to your liking, so long as it works. At least that's how I like to play it. I guess we have finally finished the hotel section of our park, and now finally, after so long, after playing a video game based on theme parks and roller coasters, we're actually gonna move on to the theme park and roller coaster area. Oh my god, blasphemy. He's mad. But let's see, remembering what I did last time, of course, we will be theming it to the World's Fair. I forgot the year, but I know it is the World's Fair where the Ferris wheel, of course, debuted. So of course there will be a star appearance of the Ferris wheel. I might put it here so it has a nice view of the lake. It's gonna be like a midway section here, going all the way here. And I might be planning to put like maybe a 3D cinema here, maybe something like Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln kind of thing. It's not really a ride, just a semi-educational movie theater, just so it's there. And of course the hotel to theme park entrance. And that's it. We are finally done with the outside portion of the park, and we will finally be moving into the inside. So we will see you all then. See you later.